Welcome to dear students. In this class, we are going to start common emitter transistor amplifier. Now, we understand first what is amplifier. In previous class, we are also discussed the biasing of a transistor and detail on about this. The transistor biasing is nothing in which the zero signal collector current flowing in the collector circuit of a transistor. That means this is the transistor. There is no input signal applied to this base and the collector current is also flow, that is known as IC. So, when the input signal are not applied in the transistor base, that is the base terminal, this is the collector terminal and emitter terminal. Now, in this circuit there is no applied signal, but also a current will be find out or flowing in the base circuit, consequently the collector circuit current. So, in this way we classified the biasing in three types. In your previous class also discussed, that is the base emitter biasing method. First base emitter biasing method. Here this is the base emitter biasing method. Second one is the self biasing method. Self biasing method. Third one is the voltage divider. Voltage divider biasing method. So these three type methods are also discussed in your previous class, but now we discussed another thing, that is the amplifier. Amplifier means the increase or improvement of gain of input signal. Now when we applied the signal in input circuit, that is the base and emitter junction. Now in your previous class, biasing, the needed for biasing is the base emitter junction keep to forward biasing and a collector base junction are also reverse biasing in the active region of a transistor. But amplifier means increase the gain of input signal. But in amplifier circuit we applied input signal, but your biasing circuit we have no applied any input signal. Now here we discussed all about in your biasing circuit, in also biasing circuit and amplifier circuit. Now first we discussed amplifier. Transistor amplifier circuit. So we draw the circuit diagram now. So this is the NPN transistor because the arrowhead indicates towards the outer side. Now in the transistor, here is the collector terminal and this is the emitter terminal and this is the base terminal. Now we applied voltage and a current. Now this is the input supply are connected across the input junction. The transistor has a 2 junction and a 3 terminal device. The base emitter, that is a junction, and a base collector, this is a junction. Now in previous class in physical construction of a transistor, we also discussed P or NPN transistor. This is a junction and this is a junction. Now this is the physical construction of a transistor. Now this is the emitter point and collector point. This is the base point. All are holes, and these are my electrons. These are electrons. Here the electrons are majority charge carrier and holes are minority charge carrier in NPN transistor. Here we applied the voltage in the transistor in input circuit. This is the base emitter junction. Now this is the input circuit, input voltage applied to base emitter junction. This is the input voltage of AC signal, and a base emitter junction biasing voltage, that is the VBB. So this is the base emitter battery voltage VBB. Here the positive is connected to base, that is the NPN transistor. This is the N, this is the P and this is the N, in which connection the P is connected to positive battery positive terminal of a battery. This is the positive. So positive is connected to P, means base. So and a negative is connected to N. Now P positive connected to P, negative connected to N. This junction is forward biased. Again we connect in outer side or output side or output circuit. Now this is the emitter and collector junction. So here this is the resistor, load resistor, and this is the supply battery voltage. Now this is the VCC, this is the RL, and this voltage is known as amplified output voltage V0. Now here after amplified, the amplified signal will be, this waveform will be, this is the output signal, this is the time axis and V0. So when we applied the signal is a small amount or a low voltage AC signal or a low voltage AC signal applied across the base junction. Now we get the output side, now here this is the input is the reversal phase. This is the reversal phase means the output side, the phase is shifted into 180 degree. Here is this is the output signal. Now this is the output wave of amplifier circuit. Now again this circuit, now we write the point, the transistor, the common emitter, amplifier using NPN transistor, the common emitter amplifier using NPN transistor is shown in figure. Now this is the amplifier circuit common emitter connection. So here when we applied the voltage VBB or a base emitter voltage to base emitter circuit and a VCC is applied to emitter collector circuit. This is the positive supply and negative terminal of a battery which connected in a output circuit of a common emitter amplifier circuit. Now after amplification, the current will be passes to the input signal or input circuit. This is the IB, and the after connection of a VCC in a collector emitter junction, now this current is a IC. So this current IC and this current IB are a flow through the emitter, that is the IE. Now we have IE. So at this junction, so this is named as A. In this junction, the collector current are flowing from the collector circuit and goes towards this direction, and IB goes towards direction. So this is the IB and this is the IC. So this law is known as Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's current first law say the amount of current entering towards a point or junction and is equal to the total current leaves that junction. So emitter current IE entering this point or this junction, that is the A, and the current from point A, these current are IC and IB. Now here IE equal to IB plus IC. So this is the Kirchhoff's current law or first law. Here the common emitter amplification using NPN transistor is shown in figure. This is the common emitter circuit. In this circuit, when no signal is applied across the when no signal is applied across the input means base emitter circuit. Now, first we have a consider when no signal is applied across the input base emitter circuit. Here we say this circuit is common emitter because of the emitter. Here we can write here emitter is common to both input base emitter circuit and the output both input base emitter circuit and output emitter collector circuit. So this is the, what is this? The emitter is common both input. So this is the emitter terminal. So input is applied across the base and emitter, and output can taken from collector and emitter. So emitter, here emitter is common to both input and output. So in this type of a connection is known as a common emitter amplifier transistor, common emitter amplifier circuit of a NPN transistor. So here when no signal is applied across the input base emitter junction or base emitter circuit, what happens? Now we write as when no AC voltage are not applied to the input base emitter, then we applied Kirchhoff's first law or Kirchhoff's current law, Kirchhoff's current law at junction A. Here now we see when no signal is applied across the input circuit, now what happens? We applied the Kirchhoff's current law at point A. Now the base current, when we connected with the VBB base emitter circuit, now the IB flow across the input circuit. Now we write as IE equal to IB plus IC. Now this is the equation 1. Again we say when no input signal, when no any input AC voltage applied across the base emitter junction, now the base current and IC means collector current are flowing through the emitter circuit. Now here applied Kirchhoff's current law at the junction A, the amount of current or emitter current are entering to the point A, that amount of current are leave from this point, the sum of IC and IB in different directions. Now IC towards this direction and the IB towards base circuit direction. So IE equal to IB plus IC. Again we applied Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now Kirchhoff's voltage law in output circuit, output emitter, collector circuit. Now we get V naught equal to, we get V naught or output voltage V naught equal to VCC minus V naught equal to VCC. VCC means supplied voltage. So in Kirchhoff's voltage law applied in output circuit or output loop in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Now VCC minus ICRL equal to V naught. Now we write V naught equal to VCC minus ICRL. VCC minus ICRL. So this equation is equation number 2. Now the equation number 1, IE equal to IB plus IC, this is the current law, and the Kirchhoff's voltage law, V naught equal to VCC minus ICRC. Now again we write this equation in equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. So V naught equal to VCC minus ICRL. This is the equation number 2. So now when we applied the input AC signal or input AC voltage signal in input circuit base and emitter, then we consider what happens in output side. Now again we write when we applied input AC voltage, input AC voltage signal, input AC voltage signal across input base emitter circuit. Now when we applied the input AC voltage signal across input base emitter circuit, now when this is the step 1, and then what happens we see. Now when input AC voltage are applied to the base emitter circuit. Now the impact or the positive half cycle of the input supply. Now the positive half cycle comes to the input circuit, then this positive half cycle support the base emitter junction voltage. Now we write the when the positive half cycle of input AC voltage, input AC voltage signal comes to, then the biasing voltage is support to each other. Now the meaning of that, when the positive half cycle, so AC signal means, now this is the positive half cycle and another is the negative half cycle. So positive half cycle, this is the positive part and this is the negative part. When this positive part or positive signal, this is the positive voltage. Now this positive part comes in this base emitter junction. Now the biasing voltage means the positive terminal of battery voltage, the supported with the positive half cycle of input supply. Now when input positive supply are reach or comes to that point, now it is support the positive battery voltage. Now the junction, base emitter junction will be more positive. Now where the base emitter junction is more positive, then it will be IE, means emitter current will be more. Now we write the when positive half cycle, reach or positive half cycle comes to base emitter circuit. Now it is supports to the base emitter junction voltage, base emitter biasing voltage. Now that means when positive half cycle means positive voltage of signal reach or comes to the input terminal or input circuit, means base emitter junction. Now this positive supply voltage, this positive signal voltage support to the support to the base emitter battery voltage. Now the base emitter junction will be more forward biasing voltage. Now here the base emitter junction will be more positive, will be more positive. So the emitter current will be more. So the emitter current will be more. Now consequently collector current will be more. Now this is when the applied signal, means when we applied input AC signal, the input circuit base emitter junction. Now the positive half cycle, means positive part of the AC signal comes to the base emitter junction. Now this junction will be more positive because this junction is forward biased. So the applied voltage battery, that is the positive terminal of a VVB, will be supported the positive voltage of this signal. Now the voltage, the junction voltage or the biasing voltage, when supported by the AC signal, the positive part of the AC signal, then the biasing junction voltage will be more. When the junction voltage is more or increased, then emitter current will be increased. From equation 2, from equation 1, from equation 1, now we see from equation 1, we see that when emitter current increase, then collector current also increase. Now when a collector current increased, then from equation 2, the collector current increased, the drop will be increased. IC into RL, that is the voltage drop. Voltage drop means output voltage V0. Now we write as, we see that when collector current increased, when collector current increased, now from equation 2, when collector current increased, now V0 equal to VCC minus IC RL. Now collector current increased, that means this current will be increased. Now this is when this current increased, then this part will be, negative part will be increased. Now the negative part Now the negative part will be increased. Now the V naught will be start to decrease. Now from the equation 2, when the collector current increase, why collector current increase? Now we see the collector current increase when applied AC input signal through the base emitter junction or input circuit, that is the base emitter circuit. When applied signal means applied AC signal. Applied AC signal consists of two components, that is the positive half cycle and negative half cycle. When positive half cycle comes to the base emitter junction or input circuit, this positive part of the AC voltage or input voltage, AC input voltage, the positive part support the base emitter forward junction voltage. When this voltage, AC signal voltage, positive part support the VBB means base emitter battery voltage, then the result is that the base emitter junction will be more forward. If there is the more forward voltage in the junction VBE, then will be more emitter current will be flow in the emitter circuit. That due to this, the consequently collector current also be increased. After that, we consider from equation 2 the V naught equal to VCC minus ICRL. When IC will be increased, their V naught will be decreased. Now we see that when the input supply is, now this V naught will be decreased towards to zero voltage. Now so this waveform is, the V naught will be decreased gradually at a point, that is the maximum negative part, then it will be increased. Now again, when another part means negative part of the input supply, now we consider as the negative part. When the input supply applied to the base emitter connection, that is the two components, that is the positive part and the negative part. The negative part comes and reach at the input point, means the negative part come to this terminal. This negative voltage oppose to biasing voltage, oppose to base emitter biasing voltage, that is the VBB, biasing voltage battery. Now here we consider as when the negative part, now write as when the negative half cycle of input AC voltage signal comes to the input base emitter circuit, the result is that the result is that the biasing voltage the biasing voltage also decreased due to opposing the negative half cycle of input AC voltage signal. Now when input AC voltage, that is the negative part, are come at the input terminal of a base emitter junction, when this negative part of input AC voltage opposes the input base emitter battery voltage, now the forward bias is decreased. Now the result is that, now we write the result is that the result is that the forward biased also decreased due to opposing the base battery voltage. So now the forward bias is decreased. When forward bias is decreased, then the current will be decreased, the collector current also decreased. Now this current will be decreased. Now the negative part, the drop will be decreased. Now it will be V naught is equal to VCC. So again the negative part will be decreased, then the output voltage also increased, then it will be reversal phase. Now input voltage, the phase will be this is the input phase and this is the output phase. Now finally we write as the input signal voltage and the output signal voltage is out of phase by exactly 180 degree phase shift. Now here this is the important point, the input signal voltage and output signal voltage, these are out of phase is exactly 180 degree. Now this is the your amplifier of transistor amplifier using NPN transistor. Now again we briefly talk about this. So this is the transistor amplifier circuit. Now amplifier means the increasing the gain of input signal when the input signal voltage applied to the input junction means input circuit, that is the base emitter junction. Now this positive half cycle of AC signal support to the biasing voltage. Now this biasing voltage and positive signal voltage are matched to each other, and adding to each other, the biasing voltage also increased. When biasing voltage of junction input base emitter junction voltage increased, then collector current also be increased. Now collector current increased. When collector current increased, from the equation number 2, the collector current increase means the V naught means output voltage also gradually decreased. Again, when the input voltage, the input supplied AC voltage reach at the negative half cycle, when negative half cycle reach the junction voltage means base emitter junction, then it will be oppose the biasing voltage, biasing battery voltage VBB. When biasing voltage decreased, then collector current also decreased. Now this part will see decrease, then V naught will be increased. Now V naught will be increased. Now this from input supply voltage, and we get amplified output signal voltage, we match to each other, then these two signals are reversal phase shift or exactly 180 degree phase shift with each other. Now this is the amplifier circuit. Now again we discussed on the transistor as a two-port network. Transistor as a two-port network, that means now the transistor means bipolar junction transistor, that is the transistor is two-port network. Now first we consider what is two-port network. Now first we say, or first we consider as what is port. Now any linear circuit, there will be a connector. Now suppose a electric heater. Now this is the coil. Now this is the coil. When we connect any wire to this point, now then we also a connector. Now this is the pin. So this point, when we connect to the supply, then it is called port. Port means connector. Port means connector. Now when Now this is the general example for a single linear circuit. Now we say in that as electronic. Now when or where a linear circuit n now n is a circuit when the two terminals, that is the A and B, that is the supply voltage, that is the V. This point is the positive and negative. Now when we consider the supply voltage V, then it will be current passes towards the network, that is the I1 or I in. Then this I, the input current entering to the network, then this current will be, same amount current will be leave out from this network, that is the IO or I out. Here I in equal to I out. Now in this condition we say A comma B is called as a port. But in a two-port network, this is the single port. AB, the entering current, the input current is equal to the output current. Then the point A and B are also called as a port. When we discuss on about two-port network means we discussed about two-port network. Now a linear circuit having four variables V1, V2, I1, I2 are considering no external circuit exists. Now that means the external circuit not exist means, now here this is the two-port network circuit, this is the terminal. Now this is the point A and B. Now this is the two-port network. This is the C and D. Now the applied voltage in A B point, that is the V, that is the V1 and that is the V2. This is the positive and negative. This is the positive and negative. Now in this linear circuit, the current entering current in V1, applying voltage V1. Now entering current is the I1. Now the input side, the entering current I1 and the leave current I1 dash. Similarly, when the secondary port, the secondary point, that is the C and D, the V2 is the voltage in its secondary part, then the entering current will be I2 and the leaving current I2 dash from the network circuit. So here the I1 and I dash, I1 and I dash, and I2 and I2 dash. So in this I1 equal to I1 dash and I2 equal to I2 dash. Now this, due to this condition, the entering current is equal to leaving current in AB port, and entering current I2 equal to leaving current in port CD. So here AB is known as port 1, and CD is known as port 2. So this is the two port network circuit, that is the I1 current entering is the AB port. This is the I1 current entering to the network and I1 dash leaving from this network. But in a port CD, the I2 current will be entering to the network and I2 dash current leaving from this network circuit. So this condition is also known as two port network circuit. Now by this application of four variables V1, V2, I1, I2, these are some parameters of these two port networks. Now these parameters are first the impedance parameter or Z parameter. Second, the admittance parameters, that is known as Y parameter. Now third one is the very important, that is the hybrid parameter or H parameter. Now fourth one, inverse hybrid parameter, that is or G parameter. Now again transmission parameter, that is the ABCD parameter. Then another thing is the scattering parameter, that is the T parameter. Now how it is 6C way. Now the combination will be when four variable that is the I1, I2, V1 and V2, the combination will be C, now 4C2. Now the combination will be 4C2. 4C2 means 4C2, that means factorial 4 divided by 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 factorial. Now this is the sixth set of arrangement. This is the your two-port network circuit or a two-port network. Now next we have discussed on about your hybrid model or a H parameter. Now in H parameter means the linear circuit will be depend and independent variable, that is the I1, I2 and V1, V2. Now we find out the different parameters to calculate the hybrid parameters, that is the H11 and H12, H22 and H23, and now the H11, H22, H33, H23. Now this is the discuss on your previous class.
Sir.